In the heart of Whispering Woods, where the trees danced in the breeze and the sunlight painted golden trails on the forest floor, lived a little squirrel named Sammy. Sammy wasn't just any squirrel. He was the forest's very own superhero. With his shiny red cape and a tiny mask that sparkled in the sunlight, he was always ready to help anyone in need. One sunny morning, as Sammy was practicing his acrobatic flips from branch to branch, he heard a commotion coming from the forest meadow. He zipped down his favorite oak tree and scurried towards the noise. There, he saw a group of animals gathered around a large, tangled mess of vines. The birds were chirping anxiously, and the rabbits were hopping in circles. At the center of the mess was Ellie the Elephant, who had accidentally gotten herself stuck in the vines while trying to play a game of hide and seek. "Oh no!" Sammy exclaimed. "Don't worry, Ellie. I'm here to help." With a powerful leap and a graceful flip, Sammy landed beside the tangled vines. He could see Ellie's big, worried eyes peeking through the leaves. Sammy knew this was going to be a tricky rescue, but he was determined to help. Sammy used his sharp little claws and nimble movements to carefully untangle the vines. He worked quickly, making sure not to hurt Ellie. The animals watched in awe as Sammy's tiny paws worked with speed and precision. It wasn't long before the vines were loose, and Ellie was free. "Thank you so much, Sammy." Ellie trumpeted with joy, her large ears flapping in excitement. "I was starting to think I'd never get out." The animals cheered, and Sammy smiled modestly. "It's all in a day's work for a superhero," he said with a wink. Just as Sammy was about to leave, a dark cloud rolled in and rain began to pour. The animals began to scatter, seeking shelter under the trees, but some of the smaller creatures were left out in the open, shivering and getting soaked. Sammy's superhero instincts kicked in. He spotted a big, sturdy mushroom nearby and thought, "I can make a shelter." Using his super strength, Sammy dragged large leaves and branches to the mushroom and created a cozy, dry space for all the small animals. The birds, rabbits, and even the tiny hedgehogs snuggled together under Sammy's makeshift shelter, warm and dry. Sammy stood guard outside, making sure everyone was safe and comfortable. As the rain stopped and the sun peeked out again, the forest animals emerged from the shelter, their spirits lifted. They gathered around Sammy, their faces beaming with gratitude. "You're the best superhero ever, Sammy," the animals said in unison. Sammy's heart swelled with happiness. He realized that being a hero wasn't just about bravery, it was about caring for others and making sure everyone felt safe and loved. From that day on, the animals of Whispering Woods knew they could always count on their little superhero, Sammy the Squirrel. Sammy's heroic acts became legendary, and he continued to watch over his friends, always ready to lend a hand or a paw whenever they needed it. And so, Whispering Woods was filled with laughter and joy, thanks to the bravery and kindness of the superhero squirrel. And Sammy? He continued to bounce from branch to branch, his red cape fluttering behind him, ready for the next adventure that might come his way.